So today I bought myself a new Weber Spirit 2. It's a 2 burner because we found that's all we need. I had a 5 burner and we only ever used the 2 center ones. So unpacked, this is how it is, actually quite solidly put together. So this came in it. It's a manual and then the usual 4 different languages, tells you how to use it and whatever. And this is the assembly. So we're gonna have a go at it, see how it works. So we'll cut it open, spread it out. One thing I will say for them, it's got a lot of packing there. Right. It's well packed. There's things wrapped so they don't break. I've got these corners in there to support them. This is the lid. Yeah, no, doesn't look like there's any damage. The box wasn't damaged. So, well done, Weber. Here's another example of how well the stuff is packed. See this? See, it's got something underneath it so that this doesn't get bent. So you've got this here. Packing. It's wonderful. It's nice to see somebody taking care that it doesn't come damaged. I mean, how often do you buy something you want to put together and then there's dents in it, sides are pushed apart and you can't get the screws into them, you've got to re-bend everything into shape. No, this is well done. So, we got most of it sort of laid out while I give gold star for the way it's all wrapped and everything else. I'm also going to give a bitch about this edge here. This is the tray. Okay, this is the side tray. Okay. This edge here is sharp. It's one bit sharp, okay? I know. My finger knows. So, bad. Watch that. Alright, we got some more to do. Another example of how well things are packed. So you've got the box and got some other, see that? Individual things are wrapped in plastic. Got a plastic sleeve. So that they just come off. Right? It protects them while it's bouncing against each other or not bouncing it. Because actually the box was tightly packed. so there's no vibration between them, but they're still wrapped in plastic. So hold on. Okay, so now we've got it laid out. There's the top, and there's all the rest of it. Okay, then there's our instructions, and first thing we've got to do is make sure I got all the parts here somewhere, and once I got that checked off, we'll go through and screw it together. It's a rainy day, so nothing else to do. Alright, back soon. Okay, now we've gone through, counted all our bits and pieces. They've got them numbered here. Gotta watch out for the 310s. 310s are not, they show them both. And they give you the numbers of how many parts you should have. So it's easy enough to count them up. Everything is there. So now we're going to start with the assembly process. Easy does it. Okay, that's the first part that's assembled. We've got the footrests on there, and then you've got a brace there. And with the brace it said, don't put a screw up in that section up there, right there. Now the reason for that is because this part here fits in there, and that's got the nuts on the end, so that fits in there like that, and then it's got the parts with the holds it in place then. Okay, so if you get to a screw place and you think the holes are misaligned, undo them. Do the misaligned one first, and the rest will pull into place. So don't try and force it, it doesn't work. Okay, that part's together, and we go on to the next lot. Okay, so the wheels are on. It's the way the clip goes, and now we have the pretty star pattern that goes in there to make it look all neat and tidy. Okay, here we are. We've got the wheels on, got the sides on, the bracing, the shelving down here. Now, another one, they say don't put the screw in yet. There. That's because a bracket will come in there, and that's when you put the screw in. There you go. And now we're ready here to put the base. Okay, so getting less and less parts left over. Good shot. Okay, starting to look a little bit like a grill now. Okay, and then there's this front part to go on. Just put that on. Okay, starting to look a little bit better. Alright, and the next page. As what happens with a lot of these type of things, that you have a number of screws that tighten things up. There's the final one to go in on this side, this one here, and you've got that there, plus these ones around here, and this one doesn't line up properly, so you've got to loosen these up. And the same thing over here on this one doesn't line up. You've got to loosen these up again to move things around. Okay, they're both in. Well, actually only had to loosen that one, and then this is fairly flexible, so on both sides, and there's just that one there, and it tightens up. Okay, so now the wires have been channeled through here. This is the electronic ignition, and this is where the AA battery is going to go. So you've got black and yellow cable, black and yellow connectors, and then the other two connectors go down there. We'll go and check it out. Well, there's cable retaining clips in here. There, and there's one over there, but good luck to try and get it in there. It's far too tight. So anyway, now we're going to put the battery in there. So if you go to light it and it doesn't, that's got to remember it's down there. Okay, so I've gone that far, and sometimes it just occurs to you to have a look at the rest of the paperwork, and addendum. That means something. Yeah, it means we've added something that we forgot. And guess what? Right in underneath there are 2 bolts, which I didn't put in. So, guess that's got to come off. Yeah. Dumbass. Okay. That's done now. The missing bolts are now put in place. Also gave me an opportunity to reroute these cables, and now they fit into there. And I was being a bit cautious about the heat up here, but I guess these cables are made for it, so we'll see what happens. Now for the next stage. Okay, that tray's done. Now we're going to put this tray on here. Got to follow the instructions. Got to set it up on there. Now you'll find this, and the first inclination is to rip the covering off, let it hang down or whatever, but it's actually for manually lighting, so that this will hold a match, and then you can use the match to go into and light the burners. So it just stays there out of the way until such a time as you actually need it. Okay, because I almost pulled it out, but it's good to read sometimes. And again, I want to mention this edge here is very sharp. Be careful or it bites. Alright, now that's all the external stuff done. That's done. That's done, that works. So, you can lift it up anyway. Have you ever come across something and you said, well, I think it must be something good, but you've got no idea how it works? There's this. I guess I have to read the book about it. Okay, now we go and put the insides in. Okay, this goes in here, and it's another one of those stamped things with sharp edges, so just be careful of that. You can cut yourself on that quite seriously, actually. Right. Boy, put your name on anything now, don't you? Okay, so they just sit in there. And now for the... Okay, we're just about ready to cook. What I like about these is so that the V shape, it gives it a nice sharp mark on the char mark on the steak, and you can also turn them over if you wanted to lay something that you didn't want to fall through, or you know, a vegetable or something. Great idea. Hope they last. Okay, there's our grill. All finished. Ready to connect up the gas. There it is. There's no parts left over. A lot of packing. Shows you a good sign of a good company that packs things together so nothing's damaged, and no dents in anything. Right? Well, a little bit of mark. And yep, it sparks. Alright folks,